Monday. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Laura. Let's go ahead and get right into this. This is WayV Vision Wings. Let's get started. Ooh. I'm already in love. Let's go. Okay, dramatics.
But tonight, the dragon awakens.
Ooh. Ooh. Ten's chest voice. You don't hear that very often. Okay, Young Young. Nice, Henry. Whoa, that was cool choreo. Xiao Jun, get it? That little run. Kun sounds great too. I love the pre-chorus really building. Oh, that was nice. Oh, let's go harmonization. Ooh, I love the different outfits too. Ooh, that was a nice transition. Ooh, that was 10 in the background. I love how the pre-chorus really rushes forward. Ooh. The choreo is so cool. I'm glad they added extra dancers too.
In every dynasty, there is a warrior.
Ooh.
The dragon awakens.
I love the synthesizers here. Nice. Oh, what a cool transition. Oh, yes. I love that we get some high notes in the bridge and the ad-libs here. Ooh, nice. Ooh. I wonder if live this is going to be a little kind of like a dance outro. Okay, it looks like it will be. Just based on the, like, you know, the little parts. Very nice. Okay. I really love the visual aspects in this particular song. I think that they did such a good job going back and forth between the red and the gray and just like the transitioning of all of that. Very, very nice. Like I said, the dynamics and dramatics and the visuals from the very beginning. Ten's chest voice, I feel like I haven't heard it in a million years. And so that was a really nice surprise. Yang Yang coming in, and then Henry, like, so much fun with the choreo right at the beginning. Then Xiao Jun had that little run, and Kun, they sounded so good in that first verse. I mean, they sound good the whole time, but it was like just a breath of fresh air. I'm like, I've missed WayV so incredibly much. And something that I've said about WayV pretty much since the beginning is I love how well they complement each other. Their vocals complement each other so extremely well. So when they're doing any sort of harmonization or anything like that, even when they go from one member to the other, even though because I know them quite well, I can tell which member it is, they blend so incredibly well. So almost if you didn't listen to them like a lot, it would just go from one to the other and it almost sound like one voice, which I really, really love. The pre-chorus, what I loved about this pre-chorus is it rushed forward so incredibly much. It really built up that tension and the dramatics of what was going to happen within the chorus. But I love how it kind of like stops on a dime with the floating like a lotus and then coming into that chorus. And we have all the great parts about WayV in this chorus with their harmonization. Like I said, they complement each other so incredibly well. So even when they're doing kind of a group sing here, which I'm not a really big fan of like group sing, it makes sense because they're harmonizing with it. So it sounds really, really dramatic, really big, really interesting to listen to, and that's the reason that I love it so incredibly much. Really pulls you in. And then as the song continues to go on, they keep adding other layers of instruments within that. So we have a little bit of a transition before going into the second verse with, like I said, it has like this additional feel. I couldn't quite tell what the instrument was. Later there was a flute that was added, there were some synthesizers that were added, but at that second verse I was like, huh. I was trying to figure it out, but then the pre-chorus came in and I got distracted, so I gave up. Because, again, I really love how that pre-chorus rushes forward. In the chorus, the second time I really noticed the extra dancers, which I really loved. I think it added a lot of depth to what they were doing choreography-wise. I can't wait to see this live because I think it's going to look so incredibly nice together. Like I said, during this one, I love the added background, like flutes and synthesizers and everything. The bridge, I loved the synthesizer feeling, how they kind of pulled everything away. It was mostly just that synthesizer. Has this kind of far away feeling almost. I also love that we get a high note, and in after the bridge into the final chorus, we get a lot of ad-libs. This is kind of been a trend that has been going away from K-pop. We don't usually have a high note in the bridge. And then sometimes we have ad-libs and sometimes we don't. So I'm really glad we got those because I love hearing some beautiful ad-libs in the background from WayV. They just do them so incredibly well. Especially like Xiaojun, Ten, and Kun. They just always wail, which I love. They just do such a good job at it. And then in the end, I love how we have this kind of like what I feel is going to be a dance outro. And I think I'm probably right in that because just the way that they kind of set it up at the end. Really, really smart. This was so fun. I really enjoyed this. I'm so happy to see WayV back once again, but I'm curious to know what you guys thought about this. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What was your favorite part of the song or the music video? For me, gosh, it's really tough. I really, really loved the first verse because it was just so nice hearing them individually kind of have their special moment. Of course, they had moments throughout the entire song, but I really loved hearing their voices again since it's been a while. So I'm going to say that first verse going into that pre-chorus, which was so mumuch fun. So tell me your thoughts down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.